So Riot dropped a pretty big bomb on us this Monday, and I am 2 days late. I apologize. My sense of time has just been terrible lately, and I lose track of time. But I'll do better since I do want to take 2xKO content more seriously. Maybe competing. Who knows with what I'm about to tell you guys. But basically, Riot has decided to team up with Frosty Faustings. It is a tournament in Illinois, right outside of Chicago, I'm pretty sure. I consider it a regional because it's not very big for NRS. I'm going to show the scoreboard. I don't even think NRS is in the top 20 games there, right? So I don't think it's that big for me personally. But I do understand it's huge for anime fighters like Strive. I understand there's been multiple games there that are Arxis World Tour events. I don't know about Capcom Cup and I don't know about Tekken, right? But I do understand it's huge. But basically, Riot has decided to team up with Frosty to provide a $50,000 pop bonus. That is insane. Now, obviously, it's also a top 24 payout, and I will talk about why that worries me, or it could go bad, in my opinion. Top 24, by the way, is great. You don't even need to be top 8, top 16, let alone, to see some money. Obviously, it's going to be still very compy, but let's say it's the 17th, all get $100. That's pretty good, right? Like, usually you guys get nothing. Usually you have to make, like, top 8 to see $100. So that's still good. But it worries me because I don't want this game to be very bottom heavy, per se. So what I mean by that is I think winners should still walk away with 50, maybe even 60% of the prize pool, right? 2xKO will probably be one of the most stacked games we've seen in terms of comp-wise, and I want the winner of this event to be compensated well. You're gonna have to fight people like Sonic, Hikari, Chris G, K7, Jonathan Tennant, all these people. I didn't even name like half of them that can still win this event. And to walk away like for like let's say 10K, that would be so like obviously it's still money is all like any money is good money as you see in the FGC obviously. But I would really hope the winner gets compensated well. So now to paint you guys a picture on how crazy this is. Evo 2020, Evo is always the biggest tournament of the year, right? Obviously, outside of their games' respective finale event, like Final Combat, Capcom Cup finals, Tekken World Tour finals, etc. Right? Evo is always the tournament. If you want to be the best, you want to show you're the best, you go there, right? Evo Las Vegas, go to event. Now, Street Fighter has been notoriously the head honcho for Evo, right? It has. I'm not gonna lie. For most fighting game tournaments, they always have the most entrants. Blah blah blah. This Evo, 2025, Street Fighter had an entrance of 42,033 people. I had to come and post just to say I'm in 4,233 people. I don't know what I was smoking on when I said 42,000, but just ignore that. A lot of people, and the prize pool was $42,330. Now. One, that is still a lot of money. Huge amount of money. Mena already walked away with 16 bans. Wait, I'm not gonna lie. To me, that's relatively low because I thought he would walk away with 50. But that's still insane. An insane amount of money. But also, a regional is getting that much money. It's getting $8,000 more than the biggest tournament of the year. Which is mind-blowing. Like, I obviously I can't stress enough that it's crazy. I think the last time we seen something like this was like Multiverses. I think Multiverses put in 100K though. But also that was also bottom heavy. I'm 90% sure winner walked away with like 10K split between two people. Now there will be something on the screen if I'm completely wrong about that, but I think that's what it was. So that's why it scares me if it's bottom heavy. But I'm very excited for the future of this scene, and I'm glad Riot's investing into it because it assures me. Obviously everyone knew that 2xKO was probably going to be successful competitively just because Riot really tries to keep their games alive. And when Riot, like let's say they make money off something, they try to put a little bit back into the competitive scene. Obviously, this game might not get to, will not get to the levels of like League of Legends or maybe even Valorant. But it's still very cool to see that they're willing to invest money and just give back to the community. So with Riot putting 50K into Frosty, it got me thinking. And what's their idea for the future? And specifically, what are they gonna do with the big three? Obviously, I'm talking about CB, CEO, and Evo. And these are major, like these are integral parts of the IGC. People save money the entire year to go to these events, right? Or even one of them because they're sick. They're like, you don't want to miss it. Almost everyone decides like these are the tournaments to go to and to meet up, etc., and compete. And it's cool. But I'm just wondering, would Riot match the 50K for these events or even go above and beyond? Specifically Evo, right? People travel across the world to compete at Evo. Like Middle East, Japan, Korea, China, America. Well, America, it's not that far. But like Mexico, Europe. Like people go crazy. So I wonder if they'll drop an even bigger bag on these tournaments. And it makes me very hopeful. I hope they do because these are the tournaments. Like I don't want Frosty Fozzings to get 50K and then like another event just gets like none or even 10. Because to me, I feel like I would rather that 50K go to like CB. But obviously Riot knows what they're doing, and I'm very hopeful, and I'm like very positive that those tournaments will have a not crowdfunding, my fault, a pop bonus of 50K or higher. What I'm wondering as well is, are they gonna like make their own circuit? Riot tends to be like very involved in their franchising, like not franchising, in their esport, and they franchise like, for example, like League of Legends, Valorant. They control who makes tournaments of those, and if you can host them, and you need Riot's approval and all this, right? And I wonder if they would do the same for 2XKO. I don't think they will, just because the people who made 2XKO, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Canyon Brothers like also made Evo. So they understand how big the grassroots scene is and open brackets are. But it's just curious. And also, I wonder if they're just going to give pop bonuses and just not care for like a circuit type John. I don't know. I think now with like Riot giving money to tournaments is pretty sick. I don't know if it makes me want to compete more. It's just pretty cool. And it's like, I'm glad they're investing. I don't know how many times I can say that, but I'm glad they're investing it. What do you guys think about the situation? Obviously, it's not much to go off of. Oh, I did want to ask, who do you think will win the first? Or will win Frosty Frostings, obviously. So I'll say like the first Riot-sponsored event. Obviously, I know Ignite is like a thing, or First Ignite, I think that's what it's called, where Riot drops 5K into like monthlies or like weeklies or online events, and that's sick. By the way, I thought 5K was like that. I thought that's what all they were gonna do. I was like, holy shit, this is gas. So you got like that DIY tournament had a pop bonus 5K. Evo France had 5K. I'm like, this is sick. This is like consistent. This is cool. And now they dropped 50 and it's like sick. But I think Frosty. I don't know if Wawa would go. If Wawa went to Frosty, I would geek because I think that like I want to go to Frosty. So seeing that live would be like seeing Sonic Wawa or Wawa just versus all of America would be sick as fuck. From a just complete bias, I want K7 to win Frosty. That's my GOAT. Now, if we're being unbiased, I think he is like top 8. That's my GOAT still. And I think Wawa to win. Sonic would. I actually don't know if Sonic is grinding this game like that. I'm sure he is. Like Sonic grinds every game he plays. But I've been seeing a little too many VR chat streams. Like we might need to cut that down a little bit. Like, gotta get back to the grind. But yeah, let me know who you guys would want to win Frosty. My bet is K7. And thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry for a short video. Just not really much to talk about. Just that news, which was relatively insane news. But like, comment, subscribe. Take care, guys. Bye.